Thank you all for coming and showing your support for our family. Loving, compassionate, caring, giving, understanding, warm, thoughtful, supportive, honest, humble, smart, brave, naive, worldly, sensitive, and strong. These are a few words that come to mind when I think of Natalie. But the best words to describe her of that list are loving and compassionate. These were characteristics she wanted so badly for everyone else to share with each other. I've known Natalie all my life. She was the little sister that I never had. She was always there for me when I needed someone, and even when I didn't realize that I needed someone there. I look out into this crowd, and I see many people that I know and many that I don't. Many are family, some friends, coworkers, and even classmates. Everyone here today has been touched by Natalie either directly or indirectly. However our paths crossed with hers, we are all here today to celebrate her life. Everyone she came in contact with experienced the love and compassion she had to share. Her love began with her family. There weren't any others that received more love and affection than they. Her husband, Jeff, you were the absolute love of her life, her soulmate. She knew from the moment you met on that blind date that she would spend the rest of her life with you. She loved the way you would finish each other's sentences or say the same thing at the same time, however quirky and off the cuff it might be. Never wanting to end the day angry or upset with each other. Always saying I love you to each other when you would leave for work or just go separate ways for the day. She loved your look on your face and the fact that she made you cry when you opened that garage door Christmas of 2010. You thought that you were just going out to fix the garage door opener, but she had surprised you with a brand new Camaro. She thought you should have it because of the crappy year you'd had with your health issues. That's what she did. She put others first. Her children, Amanda and Derek. Your mama loved you with all your heart, worrying about you every day as only a mom would do. Amanda, the two of you were different in many ways, but yet very much the same. The common bond of the love of music that was passed on to you from your great-grandma. That music is what helped soothe her in her time of discomfort. The same interest in the human mind and spirit. The desire one day to be able to help those struggling with social and psychological issues. Those bonds she treasured more than you know. She was proud of the woman that you have become. And Derek. Many people have told you there's no denying you are your mother's son because you look so much like her. But you also have her tender heart. That shows through in the career path you've chosen as a firefighter and paramedic. She was proud of the man you've become. She loved you both unconditionally and put your needs in front of her own many times because that's what a loving mom does. Her parents, Dean and Nancy, even though she didn't grow up in a home that said the words often, she always knew that she was loved. She gave you crap about being harder on her than you were on Dina and Nick, but she knew that that was the way of you showing her love. Protecting her and teaching her to make good decisions and being responsible. Like the time you grounded her for 2 weeks because she didn't come home from school right away. We didn't have cell phones then, so she didn't call. She hadn't let you know before. And she was only in 8th grade. But when Dina got busted for being at a party, she didn't get in trouble at all. And she never let you forget that. Her motherly role began when she was young with her sister Dina and brother Nick. They would often get crabby with her and say, "We don't need you telling us what to do. We already have a mom." but that was just her way of showing her love. Still today, she would be there for either one of you, no matter what it might be. Marital advice, child raising advice, comparing notes, or just a nice sit around the fire with a whiskey and Coke, probably giving advice even when you might not have asked for it. Her nieces and nephews also experienced her love and compassion, as she treated them all as one of her own children. There couldn't have been a better Auntie Natalie. She was very fortunate to have had all her grandparents and even 6 great-grandparents when she was a baby. She treasured the time that she was able to spend with each of her grandparents. Grandma Winona loved her visits. Natty, too, as Grandma called her, would drop by and they would talk about anything and everything. Grandma said she is a warm and loving person, always calling or stopping by to see how I'm doing. Natalie loved her family with all her heart. Just as she was there for her family, she was there for others as well. Her love and compassion spilled over to her friends and even strangers. Everyone she met deserved to experience her compassion. Her closest friends knew how much they meant to her. She was always there to listen and give comfort, even if she didn't always know what to say or do. She and Jeff drove to La Crosse to go to the visitation of a close friend's stepmom. When they arrived, there was a thank you, and that wasn't necessary, but she knew that that's where she needed to be, at her friend's side. When Jody became ill, she made it a priority to be at the hospital to support Jody and her family each and every day, sometimes leaving work early, sometimes coming in late. Whether Jody knew it or not, she was there by her side, and she was never able to express enough how thankful she was to Arnie, Andrew, and Allie for allowing her to do that. Strangers experienced her compassion through her commitment to the Family Promise program at church. She was a co-coordinator with Helen, organizing volunteers to provide meals and set up warm, dry housing for homeless families. With a caring ear, she would listen to the guests when they felt like sharing, and she would offer advice when they asked, always being careful to respect their privacy. Whether you were a friend or stranger in need, Natalie would always be there to hold out a hand and help out as best she could. A couple of passages that exemplify Natalie's life. First, from the Dalai Lama. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. And the second from Colossians 3:22. Put on then as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Natalie gave 110% to everything she felt passionate about. Her family, friends, and even strangers. Let us leave this place with the comfort in knowing that the love and compassion that she shared will live on with us each and every day. Thank you.